Good morning, investors and traders. This is Naim Aslam, Chief Market Analyst at AvaTrade, and there are only 2 days left before this year ends, and that means we will be going into 2021 with a new momentum, with the new positive aspects, and perhaps with much better economic growth that we have seen during 2020. Now, today's big news is, of course, Oxford's AstraZeneca's approval of its vaccine on a global basis. Now, that is a massive news in terms of a vaccine, because now, of course, that means that we can see AstraZeneca's vaccine, coronavirus vaccine, being available throughout the world. If you look at the share price for AstraZeneca, it is down by -1% year to date. But if you look at Pfizer's year-to-date performance for that particular stock, that is down by -7%. But as opposed to BioNTech, which worked with Pfizer to produce a vaccine, Moderna stock is up over 155% year to date, whereas Pfizer, as I mentioned, is down by -7%, but Moderna stocks are also up by nearly 100% so far this year. So that is a very, very positive momentum in terms of pharmaceutical stocks, and that is likely to continue, especially for AstraZeneca, because its vaccine will be, as I said, available throughout the world, and because it has a global approval for its vaccine, which is very, very positive in terms of a global economic recovery. So this particular factor has really shifted the momentum in European markets, because earlier today when I started my day, European markets were very much trading to the downside. We had a lot of pessimism in the market because most traders weren't really ready to push the markets higher. The European futures were trading lower, and of course the US futures were also trading lower, and that comes on the heel of what happened yesterday during the US session, because the US markets snapped their five consecutive days rally. But today, the US futures are once again ready to move higher. In terms of a sector performance, once again, we are seeing the house builders over in the UK moving to the upside. Of course, positive momentum is also flowing into the banking sector as well. Another positive aspect for the FTSE 100 index, which is rallying today. And it has a lot more higher room left to continue to move higher going into 2021. But as for the performance of the European indices, it is the Spanish stock index which has been the laggard among all the European indices, because obviously the performance has been much has been very much lackluster throughout this particular year. Now, in terms of a Bitcoin, we have seen another record high today, which is very, very positive for Bitcoin price, and especially this comes at a time when SEC is taking a very hard stance against Ripple, which prices the prices for XRP crippled yesterday, and then it touched a 0.18 price level, something that we haven't seen in a long time. But now, of course, we are seeing a little bit of a positive momentum coming in. But the fact that Bitcoin prices have made another record high is a very, very important aspect. Remember, I talked about this in technical analysis video yesterday, and I'll be posting another technical analysis video on Bitcoin later on today as well. So keep an eye for that. That's all for today, and I'll see you guys next time.